August 1st, 2017. Did you wake up this morning and say rabbit, rabbit? Do you remember rabbit, rabbit? I remember when I was in third grade, I slept at David Cates' house. It was the end of April. It was April 30th to be exact. We were waking up the next morning, May 1st, and he looked at me as we were laying in our separate beds, as two 8-year-olds would do, and he said to me, David, if you're going to have good luck, you need to say rabbit, rabbit when we wake up in the morning. Supposedly, this old wise tale is all about the power of rabbit, rabbit. And if you happen to say rabbit, rabbit when you wake up on the first of every single month, you are going to be blessed with an amazing month. Now, the question is, how many of you actually said rabbit, rabbit this morning? Since the third grade, 44, let's see, third grade, I was 8 years old. Holy shit, 47 years have passed. And I have yet to say rabbit, rabbit. Now, here's the rules for rabbit, rabbit, because obviously you're listening to this. It's already August 1st. You probably missed the boat on rabbit, rabbit. You have to say it the second you wake up. You can't say it 5 minutes later, 2 minutes later, 1 minute later. You got to literally say it the minute you open your eyes. Like right now, if you close your eyes, right now, close your eyes, rabbit, rabbit. You see that? You wake up and you said it. So I have not been able to say it, no matter how many reminders I say to myself. I think to myself, you know what, this is going to be the month, this is the time. I'll go to bed at night with the intent to wake up and say rabbit, rabbit. I wake up and I say, oh, fuck, I'm up. Shit, I'm tired. And I don't drink coffee because, well, for one, I don't need it. Two, I don't know, nothing wrong with just waking up the way I wake up, slowly and surely. Anyway, today, I really want to talk about the perils of the clueless American, or human, to more like it, because it's not just an American thing. I got to tell you something. There's so many goddamn fucking clueless people out there. It's unbelievable. Every single day I walk around and think to myself, can you be this clueless? Last night, I went to go get a foot massage at this great place called Zen Foot Massage on Centinela Boulevard in West LA. It's $19.95 for a 1-hour foot massage. They do a pretty good job. Not the best place in town. The best place is probably Happy Feet on Washington Boulevard in Culver City, but this place is closer to my house. So anyway, I went in there. They know me by now. Because at $20 and a $10 tip, you know, you can tend to go a couple of days a week. I drop my daughter off, and every time I drop my daughter off, I think to myself, I really need a foot massage. So I went and got one tonight. They let me sit down and they prop my seat up because I'm usually reading CBS Sportsline and, you know, kind of catching up on emails and so forth because I don't want to nod out and go to sleep in this really strange room. So the room at the foot massage place is just lots of chairs and lots of people. It's usually about 10 people per room in each of these places. So I'm laying there and I'm just chilling out and I'm relaxing and I'm thinking about the day and I'm thinking about the weekend and I'm thinking about my life and I'm thinking about what I got to do tomorrow and I'm just kind of vegging out, and then in comes, like an incoming missile, Mrs. Loud or Miss Loud Talker. Oh yeah, the absolute clueless person that is speaking at the top of her lungs. The first thing she said was, "Are you guys still open?" Like that. I mean, as loud as that. And the guy runs over and says, yes. She goes, how much? You know, the guy says, $19.99 foot massage. What about if I want my back done? And I'm thinking to myself, are you fucking kidding me? So she walks in the room. The whole room is dark. She did this in like the little lobby area where you can hear everything. She walks in, the whole room is dark. And, you know, she looks at me and looks at everybody else and goes, oh, this place is nice. The loud talkers. I never understood the loud talkers. It's almost like they think they're the only person around out there. They're the same people who talk on their phone really loud. Hello? Oh, Jim, how are you today? What's going on? They're the people that talk so loud on the phone you can even hear them after you've landed after a 6-hour flight from JFK to LAX and your ears are clogged, but yet you can hear them in row 31B and you're in row 11A. They're unbelievable. You can walk and sit in a restaurant and they're screaming into their phone. You walk down the street and you can hear them coming a mile away. They walk into a restaurant, a store, and they're screaming into their phone. They're loud talkers. And the worst is when they're also from another country, because then they just really don't respect our country. It's almost like, well, when those Americans, they go to Paris and they sit there and they go, oh, let me go to Paris. I'm American in Paris and I don't want to try to speak the language. And the French people think all Americans suck for that reason. Well, people do the same thing here. They come and they go at the top of their lungs screaming. Or you got them in the elevator talkers. They're my favorite. Oh my God, you're in an elevator. There's 6 people in the elevator. Everybody's quiet, hunched over their phones. God forbid they talk to each other. And then you got the loud talker coming in. Then the loud talker comes in and starts screaming into their phone. Doesn't matter if there's other people in the elevator. They don't exist because the loud talker's in there. A lot of people do stuff. I mean, there's the person who has the blowjob neck. You know, Mr. or Mrs. Blowjob Neck, they're the person who's staring at their text at a stoplight or looking at their Facebook feed, and then all of a sudden the light turns green and you got to honk them, and they barely move, and then they move, and then they get to the next light and they do it to you again, and you honk them again, and then you get to the next light and you honk them again. In LA, the horn is called the wake the fuck up device. You see, people in LA are so conditioned for traffic at all times, so they think they can literally scope Instagram and Facebook and everything else at every single stoplight. And then there's just the emotionally clueless people. I see those people all the time. As a matter of fact, sometimes I think the man who's dating my ex must be really fucking clueless, because who else would be dating a woman who seems to be okay with her daughter not sleeping over at her dad's house, and yet he seems to be perfectly okay with it. And I think to myself, how could he be perfectly okay with it? How could anybody just be this out of it? But yet people are out of it in so many different ways, so many different things they do. See, I'm hypersensitive to all this stuff because I teach people how to connect with people, and I teach people how to have empathy and compassion, and I show people how to be the better version of themselves. And I think to myself, as Cologne Man walked off the elevator tonight, as I was waiting for the elevator, I think to myself, doesn't he know he stinks? The whole elevator stunk. He was maybe in the elevator for 15 seconds, yet Cologne Man walked off the elevator like there was a goddamn fucking cloud literally following him. I don't understand clueless people. I don't get it. We live on this planet to coexist. Aren't you curious at all? Like the man who dates a woman who literally has an awful relationship with their ex and doesn't have a good co-parenting relationship, yet he wants to go have kids with her. Wait a second, folks. Don't you realize that people do to others what they've already done to people in their past? But yet people in this world are just so clueless, so out of touch. From the loud talkers to the people who just don't look into the history of somebody else's life or dating life, to the Cologne Man, to the people who talk on their phone, to the people in the cars at stop signs. It doesn't stop. And that's why you listen to the reality check every single day. Because you're somebody who actually cares. You're actually somebody who actually really wants to become a higher vibrational person and not an LFI. Do you remember the podcast about the LFI, the low frequency individuals? You're somebody who wants to have a better life, who believes in a better life, who believes in treating people well, who wouldn't talk on their phone in public and scream, who would challenge somebody you're in a relationship with and say, excuse me, but why does your daughter not sleep at her dad's house? That's so wrong. We need to fix that immediately. As a matter of fact, when I date somebody or I'm with somebody, I'm always looking after them to be a better person. I don't just accept the crap that's thrown my way. So for all of you that are clueless, it's time to get a clue. Because life's just going to pass you by and people are actually talking about you and they're not saying very nice things about you at all. It's time maybe you listened a little bit to what the audience is saying and took a little bit of feedback so you weren't just that clueless, stupid human that so many people are. And there's no reason for it. There's so much incredible information out there nowadays on etiquette and how to behave. Acknowledge people in the elevator. Wear a little less cologne. Challenge the person you're dating with. Give your opinion and your viewpoint, and maybe teach them a lesson or two on how to be a better human. We're all here to be better humans. We're all here to teach each other lessons, and we're all here to support each other. So the next time the loud talker comes into the massage place, look at them and put your finger up and go, shh, quiet. There are people zoning out. The next time somebody's at a stoplight and you're at that stoplight and you're looking at Facebook and someone honks at you, think to yourself, instead of giving them the finger, think, you know what? Maybe I just pulled a really stupid human moment right now, and I need to be more conscientious of other people. Look at when you walk into the elevator and look at people's reaction when you're on your phone, screaming into it. Take a look at people, the way people look at you when they say hello to you and you don't say hello back and you're looking at your Facebook feed or texting. It's time we actually started giving a fuck about each other again. Because people really are starting to seem like they're the only ones on this planet. Yet I heard there was billions and billions of people here, just like McDonald's. Well, anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Eddie Palmer will be here tomorrow. Eddie Palmer will be here probably much the rest of the week. Welcome to August. Rabbit, 10-minute daily reality check out. And do me a favor, rabbit this all over the internet because I want more people to listen in.